IVRL community and fans out there of the Onward lifestyle. I am Lampy28. I will be your sole single co-caster today for this wonderful EU matchup that we have. And what a epic battle this is going to be. Beginners versus boss fight. Number 1 and number 2 currently in the EU in the IVRL. Should be one great matchup. Turn that down a little bit. Still waiting on the lobby info to get started here and see where we're going to go, but very excited to see how this is going to play out. I hope you guys are as well. You know, we'll have some predictions going up in chat once the map and all the info come in new, and those predictions are going to be based solely on channel points. So for those that are not familiar with the channel points, you're going to see down there by the chat bar, there's a little purple circle and maybe a green box down there. All you do is click on that. That is channel points you get for just watching the stream. It's just basically free so-called fake money, and channel points occur the longer you watch and the more you participate in chat. If you like the channel and subscribe to the channel, you get more points, obviously, and you can use those points to bet on the predictions for who's going to win map 1, who's going to win map 2, and then we pay out at the end of each map to those that are the winners. So a little bit of free gambling in there for you. And yeah, just something a little extra for you while we watch. So very excited to see this one go down. Again, I am Lampy28. This is IVRL. We're in week number 12. We got beginners versus boss fight. Should be starting here shortly. Some of the information coming in currently. All right, slowly getting some of the information coming in for you guys, and we are heading to the first map, which will be Bazaar. Looks like we got all 10 members in the lobby ready to go. Just still getting all the information here. Get them predictions out for you guys here. And it looks like we are going to have West Courtyard, OBJ. Very spicy objective, nonetheless. There is our objective, our satellite dish here for this matchup, for this first round. Beginners versus boss fight. Shall be jumping in here shortly. And there is the beep to start the round, and here we go. Round number 1, map number 1, beginners versus boss fight. We have the West Courtyard objective.
Sideways machine gun. That's just only way to kill it.
Running pretty similar on the lineups. Beginners running with Killinger, Lonwick, Seaquick, Strayjack, and Smoils. Boss fight running with Scooby-Doo, Archer, Icy Woods, Woods 43, and Little Sayonara. And the defense coming out. Don't have a mini map working currently yet, so can't tell you all the spots. Icy Woods right here in this little tucked in hallway looking on that cross. Very important cross to watch. A lot of action usually happens coming right across here, across the bar, and into the objective courtyard. Killinger moving up to that window, taking shots. Oh, looks like Seaquick might have been taking those shots.
That's pretty fun.
That was Killinger, just doing some pre-fire into the courtyard. Defense holding down pretty tight. Little Sayonara in the back courtyard, Archer in the backside of OBJ. Woods and Icy Woods both watching the road cross here. And a pushed up, only major aggression on the defense pushed up here is Scooby-Doo. You know, taking a powerful position behind this, deep freezer or cabinet of some kind. A little bit of an ambush position there. Lonwick moving up. Scooby-Doo's going to be hearing these footsteps here very shortly. Going to get himself prepared for that. A lot of times this angle is pre-fired just to ensure in case somebody's there. So in both cases, maybe a trade coming here shortly. Depends how slow Lonwick takes it and how close he gets. Ooh, I didn't realize you could look through there. Lonwick trying to peek through that. I don't think he could see him regardless. But Lonwick backs off. Not going to contest that position there.
Can we make it Alpha West Market 3-2?
Killinger laying out some strats for his team, letting them know where they should be heading to, what areas should be covering. This is the road to cross here. This is a tough one. Seaquick in that 2-story, looking down onto the objective building. Shots going into the courtyard. A little more pre-fire it seems to be. Smoke's finally coming out from the offense. And Killinger throwing out some grenades, clearing out anything that could be in that courtyard. Scooby-Doo is going to be forced to start rotating into the courtyard himself. Lonwick slowly coming up with Strayjack. They are going to be looking for Scooby. Very common for at least somebody to be protecting this courtyard. Shots coming from Scooby-Doo, getting Strayjack. Scooby-Doo also getting Lonwick, getting a 2-piece there.
There was one here.
Doing a great job there, getting 2 for 1. Archer getting Seaquick. The defense really holding tight here, bringing the beginners down to a 2-man push. 4v2. Archer finding Killinger as well. What a shot by Archer. Hiding behind. Excellent positioning there. Hiding behind the beam, looking over the box. Very, very tough to deal with. And leaving down Smoils as the last man up here for beginners. And Icy Woods finding Smoils, finish the round off there. Good defense by Bossfight. Taking a look at a few things. What a first round there. What a great job by Bossfight on that defense. Holding tight, just holding their angles. Who was it? Archer with a great positioning behind that pillar in between the boxes, really taking a look across the street into that courtyard, picking off two. And Scooby-Doo as well. Scooby-Doo holding down tight in behind that deep freezer, not allowing anybody to spot him too early, but yet just, you know, staying calm and patient, waiting for that peak. You can get more than just one and get clear refract quickly. So, yeah, very excited to see how this one goes down, man. Number 1 and number 2 currently in the IVRL for the EU. And, man, this is going to be a back and forth, folks. And I hope you got your popcorn. Hope you got your snacks, your drinks, whatever you need to make it through this. It's going to get exciting. Off we go to round number 2 on map number 1 here.
Drums, guys, drums. I got 2 drums. Just drop a mag on the floor.
Drummies,
Yeah.
drummies, bongos, drum mags.
Right, just need to sort this out. Give me the side. Ah, shit. You should have given me the.
What you got going on there is there are certain weapons on the MARSOC side that you can exchange magazines, and you can bring 100-round magazines from one gun, and you're given 3 of those 100-round mags, and you can share them with the right people, and you know that allows them to have also a 100-round magazine as well. Everybody calls them a little bit different. Let me hear what you call them in chat. A lot of times we call them drum mags, drummies. I've heard bongos from Chicky Doodle. Chicky Doodle is famous for calling them bongos. Little pre-fire coming out from Woods 43 into that back courtyard there. Any type of boxes. A lot of people hide back there. Sayonara in the street behind the Hesco, trying to make his way up. Archer, Icy Woods, got the market down. That is well protected. Trying to clear out angles as they move up. Scooby-Doo as well, clearing out Kiat. As you can see, he's going to run to each room, look in each room, and ensure that nobody is hiding in Kiat, nobody is upstairs. And now they can comfortably sit and move forward. And, you know, that's next level stuff that, you know, younger teams, newer teams got to start realizing is as you move forward on larger maps like this, you need that comfort of clearing out buildings and rooms so you can comfortably set up your attack and not worry about someone being in the room next to you waiting to ambush you. Archer making a slow approach here into this back courtyard. Again, this is a very powerful courtyard for the offense to get set up at. You know, the objective is right over there behind that broken wall. So if you get yourself on an offensive position where you're back in this courtyard and you have all this to deal with, oh, Woods with the pre-fire and finds Archer. It looked like, oh man.
Get a fucking team kill.
You did, Archer, you did, sir. And he was ducking down, so Archer, or Woods probably only seen his head and didn't realize the teammate moved up so far. It happens, folks. It happens even in, you know, the top teams in the world. So as you can tell, don't ever think it's not going to happen to you eventually. And what a great positioning here by these two. Lonwick and Stray Jack got nice crossing lines. Lonwick watching the OBJ cross and Stray Jack watching the North Road cross. Very good protection from those two. Smoyle's the only man on the OBJ side courtyard with Killinger not far off and Seaquick guarding that back courtyard. C4 here. Good placement. I would imagine Seaquick has that clacker. As he does, but it's a tough one. The sounds in this game are so tough, and he's relying on sounds alone. And since C4 is directional, they would have to come through this door and hang out on this side for that C4 to be to cause damage. Icy Woods just pre-fire in the blue room. Nothing in there for him to hit. but also a good idea. As you can tell, you're going to hear a lot of pre-fire from these top teams. Killinger finding Scooby-Doo.
Come on.
A nice little peek through the boxes. Little sayonara. Gonna have to rethink coming through here. Really hard to see Killinger turn off the overlays and stuff. All you can see is his laser coming through there. Excellent positioning. And Killinger did not see him due to the tight angle that he has. And Seaquick behind the wall. And Little Sayonara is going to stay safe from that. Seaquick is going to blow it. I figured that because he heard those footsteps. And that's what I mean by the sounds. Sounds are so tough to understand how far away someone is. Seaquick could have thought he was right coming in that doorway. And Seaquick finding Woods across the street. Very important to cover that angle as well. These guys are doing an excellent job here. Sayonara knows someone's in here with those sounds coming out, with them gunshots coming out. Smoils sending some pre-fire through the wood. All that wood is penetrable, and Icy Woods finds Smoils, bringing it down to 4v2, and Sayonara finding Lonwick on OBJ. Killinger rotating to find that kill. Excellent rotation by Sayonara, but not quick enough. Killinger taking down Sayonara. 3v1. The only person left, Icy Woods, up and running through the courtyard. He is going to have everybody coming up against him now. Killinger and Seaquick both have to guard the backside of that objective. It's Seaquick's job and Killinger's job not to let him cross this line. I don't know if he can get prone right here or not. And he comes out, finds one, and goes down to a trade. Beginners saving that round. Excellent defense there. Excellent work by both sides. And what a push. That team kill in the beginning did hurt them a little bit there. They could have had another man push coming in. But it happens. And to say it never happens to you, a liar. It'll eventually happen to you. Check that scorecard out. 1-1 so far. Map 1 here in week number 12 of the IVRL. Beginners versus Bossfight. Number 1 and number 2 currently in the IVRL's EU division. Two top teams. A lot to learn from these guys. Good strong first couple of rounds here for both teams. Beginner side, Killinger keeping the score high for himself, 4-2 on the KDs, and a good spread on the Bossfight side. Icy Woods running a 4-1 as well, and 2 kills apiece. Scooby-Doo and Archer. The unfortunate team kill went down early on. Objective does move now. We had 1 round apiece on that objective, and now we're at Kiat. And Kiat, man, is one spicy OBJ. You got the satellite dish here right in front of this building, where each room to the side of it and each room above it and to the side of it can be an area to cap from, send the uplink. Very tough to defend, more easily to attack, and we'll see how that plays out for beginners and Bossfight, as Bossfight gets a nice spread. 1 in the north, 1 on objective, 2 on the east courtyard, 1 in the west courtyard. Pretty standard defense, and you can't get too spicy on this defense, otherwise it will bite you. Best option here is just to have that, somewhat normalcy on your defense, and and just try to pick, get them picks before they find you, because that's all it's going to take. Offensively, you can throw some wild cards in there. You can make some 4 or 5-man rushes straight for the objective, smoke it out heavily, cause mass confusion and chaos, and you'll see all the rotations starting to happen. See Quick trying to clear out this courtyard, and Icy Woods finds him under the bench, trying to get that quick refrag. Does not happen.
The dark stairs.
Woods with a great shot there. Smoyles taking the scaffoldinger, looking down onto the courtyard. Killinger pushing onto Icy Woods rather quickly. And Woods finding another one, finding Lawnwick. And this defense is holding tight. 5v3.
Oh, that's a dodgy guy.
See if Killinger pushes this corner here. And Icy Woods pops out and finds Killinger, quickly going to 5v2. What a defensive hold here by Bossfight.
Someone sneaking the north wall and coming into camp.
Scooby-Doo still on objective. Somewhat exposed, as you can tell if you look at the contrast of the bright rooms and then the black uniform.
I've still not seen anyone cross vault spawn, so I'm
from a distance.
Echo 2 east.
From a distance, it's very easy to spot that contrast, and it's very risky, but it's almost a must. You have to have someone near objective.
Northeast might be hot.
Yeah, it's Straight Jack trying to push this north side, which usually can be a wrinkle in the defense. And right now, Straight Jack's just trying to find some picks. They're down 2v5 here. Still got 3 minutes. That's the key outbuilding. Right underneath Scooby-Doo is the objective. So it's very close. And now's the time to take your time and see if anybody gets a little aggressive, maybe comes out one of the doorways. Smoyles looking for an entry somewhere to attack from. Looks like he is going to rotate and try to maybe join his man. No, he's going to decide to go back. Straight Jack seeing Icy Woods, I believe, did not connect his shot. It's going to give off tons of audio cues here. They are going to know he's back here. Straight Jack smartly looking at that hallway for a rotation to come out. And Flash did come out, and it looks like Straight Jack was Flash. Woods getting that down. Excellent work by Woods there with that Flash. All this distraction is giving Smoyles the opportunity to push up through Market and see if he can make something happen here. 1v5 against Bossfight. Not an easy road ahead. Oh, and he peeked. Smoyles fired. And Icy does the quick flick around the corner. Bossfight taking a 5-man up defense here on Kiat. What a job there by the defense. Take a look at one of them replays for you. Full screen play. See C-Quick there, nice and tucked down, looking under that bench for any picks, but Woods with the great pick from the stairway, finding C-Quick. Woods and Icy Woods both doing a lot of damage there in that east courtyard to that offensive team. And that was really the kink in the offensive push right there, was the pair from Woods and Icy Woods in the east courtyard. I want to thank you, Cody Lillen, for the follow. Sherelle follow, appreciate it. And D100 Appreciate you all for the follow today. If you guys are not following, all it is, click of a button, man. All you gotta do is follow this Twitch link, and you'll be notified every time we do go live. So it doesn't cost you anything. There's no signups. Just click the button, and anytime we go live here, and all we do is cast matchups. So that's the only time we will be live is during matchups, and it also gives you extra channel points for betting. So let's jump into round number 4 here. Objective stays in the same spot. Let's see how the
just make sure
beginners are going to play this on defense and how Bossfight will push this. It looks like it's going to be a heavy west push by the offense. Defense is going to spread out amongst the key yacht there. Also one through the middle of market. Shots coming out for pre-fire. Nothing on that side. And there is nothing. Killinger making one aggressive push. Wow. Was not expecting this. Killinger throwing out some spice out there. Wants to try to catch somebody crossing the road, and they all crossed the road already. The only one left behind is Woods 43, and we shall see if he gets picked by Killinger or makes this move. Stray Jack getting Smoils.
Just approached out in front of me. I don't know why.
Another team kill. An unfortunate event there does happen. And a matchup like this, when you are matched up, you know, it doesn't matter how long these guys have been playing. You know, you get in the game and you hear footsteps coming around you, and it's not normally supposed to be your teammate. The trigger finger does go off, and it happens. The nerves, the anxiety, anxiousness in the game like this, two teams as high level as this are.
Let's go.
Nobody protecting the north side. Making that cross, Icy doing a little pre-fire. It's going to give away his position. Now these guys, even though these guys are this far away, they did hear that, and that's what you see Seaquick doing, rotating to get an angle.
But was like one's northeast.
And they pulled a little switcheroo, went back inside. Lonwick finding Archer from that window. What a shot. I like that shot. It is an impressive shot there. Through the window, into that back courtyard. I see what Scooby-Doo still in this courtyard waiting. And where is Killinger?
He's not going to be where you think he is.
Killinger still making that heavy rotation for that odd angle. These two are getting awfully close to each other. Killinger hearing all these voices. Killinger finding little sayonara, and Woods knows he is down there. How is this going to play out for these two? Who's going to push who? Killinger making his way upstairs, looking for that kill, and gonna find it. What a trade comes out. Scooby-Doo with the backup shot, taking both down. Boss fight. Down to 2 men. Beginners still 3.
I'm trying to watch both sides.
Icy Woods and Scooby-Doo. Lonwick and Icy Woods do trade. Trade where it happens again. Name of the game. Scooby-Doo, last man up. He's got 2.5 minutes. He is rushing, but he went to get that confirmation just to ensure that nobody gets that res. Excellent play there. It did give away his positioning a little bit, so taking some more shots, trying to hold anybody that did possibly push on him back. And he is going to smartly rotate. Looks like he's going to look for some utility. Oh, trade guns. AK-5C is always better. Utility coming out. Nobody pushing on him. I think he was expecting someone to start pushing on him. He may give that little distraction smoke and then push to the north or go back to the courtyard. picks. 2 men up, you're going to start making a lot of rotations, and that's what he's seeing. He's finding C-Quick. What a job by Scooby-Doo finding that first one. Oh, Stray Jack finding that shot. More pre-fire coming in based on sound. Scooby-Doo not connecting with Stray Jack. And is he going to try to peek it? Great smoke. Again, 1 man up on defense. There's going to be a lot of rotations by Stray Jack, I would imagine. He can't cover everything by himself. And, I mean, Scooby-Doo could have ran right up to objective and possibly made it there. Another smoke coming out. The trail is going to give away his positioning. And let's see if Scooby-Doo rotates all the way to the north or cuts in through the middle here. 50 seconds left. Stray Jack looking. And Scooby-Doo made it around the backside. Oh, he can't get to connect the shot. Scooby-Doo knows where Stray Jack is. It's going to be a battle. Oh, upstairs he goes. He's going to be able to cap. And he waits for it. Stray Jack finds Scooby. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wowee. Man, and Scooby was waiting for it, too. Like, he knew he was going to get rushed on. So he waited at the stairs, and the trade did not go his way. Stray Jack coming victorious on that one. Man, what timing there. Great work, honestly, by both sides. Here we are, tied up 2-2, folks. Let's take a look at that one more time. And he waits for it. Stray Jack finds Scooby. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Man, that was close. What a great push by that offense there. And, I mean, good smart thinking there on Stray Jack to throw that flash up there, or that grenade up there just in case. And he had the right idea. He had to push on him because you don't want him to cap. He gets up there, he'd be able to put that cap in. Just unfortunate events on the trade coming out, or not trade, on the firefight coming out. Going to beginners on that one. The beeps come out and we move objective. And we have tank objective.
Like you're literally in line with long.
Beginners coming back. It's a lot of defensive rounds here, back and forth. We shall see if they will continue with Bossfight, taking defense on tank over Jave.
We can either spawn on tank or the northwest.
Scooby-Doo pushing to the south. Little Sayonara and Icy Woods pushing center, one in blue room. Like Icy Woods is going to cross the street, maybe go to the other blue room or scaffolding. Scooby-Doo finding spoils on that M249. Killinger finding Archer.
What? I heard a downed body.
Yeah, I heard the scream, but I could not have shot him. And it was way too late.
Yeah, one fire raised, he was peeking through the window.
I might have shot him, but probably not. I think the scream was because the guy dropped from the scaffold.
And they did get 2. I didn't see how that first one went down, but it is a 5v3 so far. Beginners with a great advantage here on this, on the early part of this round. And if they can...
I won't be surprised he's by the boxes where LR played. Can you shoot them?
And you can see the beginners not getting too aggressive. They're still holding back. You know, they knew there was going to be some aggression from the defense. And, you know, they sat back, held their lines, took a few shots, got a few kills. And now it's just timing and patience. You have a great man advantage here. You have a 2-man advantage. And there's no reason to get too crazy. And the defense is going to have to do a lot more rotating now that they're down 2 men. There's not as many angles and roads that they can cover against 5 people. And Bossfight probably, you know, best case scenario, they think there's only 3. They know there's at least 3 to 5 people left. 2 people died. It could have been trades, but they probably didn't hear any gunshots come from their side. So they probably have a pretty accurate kill count here. And the angles are going to need to be watched. And right now, Little Sayonara is the only one. I mean, Icy can look back, but Sayonara is the only one that's close enough. And he didn't spot anybody cross. So he's got a good idea there's nobody in this courtyard yet. I believe if Sayonara sees anybody cross that northeast, there'll probably be a rotation maybe from Woods or something to help back that up. And Killinger moving through market here. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. What a grenade by Killinger. And that has to be from previous footage, knowing somebody is going to sit there. Amazing grenade by Killinger there.
Echo 4.
My goodness. The distance on that, and wow. And the precision, that may have been practiced. And with that kill, Woods does rotate back closer to objective. Still nobody pushing the northeast courtyard. And that's something you don't see happen very often. Usually there is a lot, and smokes do come out. Looks like Stray Jack is going to want to try that cross. And did make it across. Little Sayonara may not have taken them shots. Oh, he couldn't really see. No wonder why. Didn't even know the smoke was there, most likely. More pre-fire.
Took a C4 out of mid bazaar blue room.
Okay, Alpha, southwest courtyard 20.
See quick finding Woods in the courtyard, all down to Little Sayonara here. Last one up. And at this point, it's a 1v 4 to 5 that he knows of. It's time to go out and die. He's not guarding that side of the objective. He has no idea if anybody has pushed on that side. He doesn't have his tablet out. I don't know if he has checked his tablet yet or not. And they have smoked him out. It's a great opportunity for a cap here. Again, Little Sayonara, I don't believe, hasn't checked his tablet. If he would have known he was the last one up, I think he would have been out. So nice. Little Sayonara did find Stray Jack and did rotate, but still no eyes on objective. They are surrounding him. I don't know if he lost his tablet or what happened, but there it is. See quick finding Little Sayonara. Bringing beginners up 3-2 here. Wow, let's take a look at that grenade one more time. Ah, didn't save. Here it is. Market here. Oh my goodness. There it is. Wow, look at that grenade. Hats off to you on that one, Mr. Killinger. That was a great grenade. Wow, 3-2 so far here. Map number 1 for week number 12's matchup, beginners versus boss fight. I am Lampy28 as your caster today, and man, I love these matchups. I love the back and forth, the strategies, the way things play out. Not sure on Little Sayonara's positioning there at the end. Very dangerous, but maybe he knew something we didn't know. And you know, he got one kill out of it, then he got surrounded, but. Man, it's becoming quite the show. Hope you guys are enjoying it, cast. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's get a few shout outs going here. Nardu, appreciate you in here. Ramen, Radar Head, how you guys doing? Random. Random guy. Let's see, Clint OZ, appreciate you in here. Leo, always appreciate you, man. Appreciate the kind words that you said to me earlier. Okie Oaks, man, good to see you in here too. 24 Gray, what's going on? Lots of action in chat. Do love to see that. Hey, what's up, Snow? Hope you guys are having a good time here. Right, back into it. Same OBJ. And let's see how the defense is going to play this one out. Killinger, Smoils, and Seaquick all pushing up here into that southeast courtyard. And Straight Jack pushing to the north. Offense taking a west approach and a center bazaar approach. Straight Jack still not seeing anybody on this side. Woods going to try to cross the street here with Sayonara. Usually a dangerous cross, not anybody looking at it this way.
Nice go.
To deal with scaffold, we're gonna have to go further west and then come out.
Red smoke on scaffold. Red smoke on scaffold.
Killinger just behind Blue Room. Smoils there in the bar. Seaquick in Blue Room watching that north cross. Straight Jack also in the northeast. And Lonwick back here to guard anything coming from the south, which is going to be a powerful position. In your head, Lonwick. Listening to your thoughts. Free fire coming out on scaffolding. Nobody there. Still 5-5 here.
There seems to be at least a couple of them crossing. West.
See if Straight Jack gets a little spicy here and see if he's going to rotate up into back of Kiat. Would be a great opportunity for a flank, and here comes the push from the offense, moving up to the next section of buildings.
From Blue Room to Red Room.
One in
By the gray van.
Onwood taking shots, giving all the information Woods needed there for this. Just depends who now is going to find him. And Woods finding Lonwick. Killinger turning around, looking. That is a great kink here in the defense. Now Killinger is forced to look this way and that way. Now he's forced to look two angles, and that is gonna, you know, it's just extra tough, man. You know, saying goes, if you're watching more than one angle, you're not watching any angle. Great smoke here. Free fire coming out into these doorways. Killinger still looking for that kill, and now he just let Sayonara pass by. And Woods right underneath him as well. Giving away his position. Didn't find Sayonara as he crossed through there. Woods going to look up. Sayonara going to look up. 3 lasers on him. Archer also getting Seaquick. Scooby-Doo right next to Smoils. Nobody on OBJ. Fight is not even at OBJ. You would think that the uplink is here in this courtyard. Sayonara finding. Oh, did not find Smoils. Scooby now realizing somebody was underneath there. Nobody could refrag. Smoils moves out just in time. Going to have plenty of lasers on him. Archer going to be looking. Straight Jack needs to push. Straight Jack has been quiet on his flank. Smoils last man up on objective alone. And Straight Jack does find Archer in the back, bringing it down to a 2v3. Smoils is driving his convertible BMW while playing Onward. Not just playing. Straight Jack finding his way back to objective. Gonna help Smoils out as long as Smoils doesn't quick flick on him.
I can see north side of objective. I just need south side covered.
And as silly as it sounds, because there's open communication or global communication, you know, anything these guys say out, anything or any real life, I should say, at home, wherever you play with your headset, noises that happen within you in a vicinity in the game too. So Scooby-Doo can more than likely hear Smoils' you know, wind noises or whatever you want to call them, you know, heavy breathing or whatever it may be. So you yell at your cat at home or your dog for being too close to you, everybody around you is going to hear you. And that's the great thing about this game and being in virtual reality. Straight Jack, Icy Woods going for the cap. Straight Jack going to find him. Smoils also going down to Scooby-Doo, leaving one man up to guard this. Straight Jack all alone. Woods coming to find that kill. Not going to be ready. And takes down Straight Jack, bringing this to a 3v3. Wow. Man, what a matchup we got here. Yeah, this is crazy. And back and forth. I did pretty much expect it. Like, I didn't expect nothing less, but man, what good stuff. Appreciate y'all being here. What's up, Kale? Where are we going now? Now it's the courtyard that all the action happened into last time. Southwest courtyard. And will the pre-fire come out?
You're trying to pre-fire through the contact. Yeah. They are.
And pre-fire does come out. Straight Jack taking some shots down there, looking for Woods. Smoils not allowing anybody, or trying not to allow anybody to cross that street. Lots of shots coming out, lots of action here in the first few seconds of the round already. One did cross.
I'm south objective.
Two are crossing.
Two cross, two enemies cross.
And that's where you hear the communication come out, and that's very important. Communication. Communication.
But I have a flanker to contend with.
Icy made it across as well. See if they find C Quick pushing out from North Kiat. Looks like he is going to just hold positioning. Very heavy north-northeast push, while all the offense has pushed to the south-southwest. So should be interesting to see if those guys can rotate back fast enough if a couple of these picks start going down. Very widespread defense here on this objective, leaving two on objective courtyard, but pushing the rest of them further out. Interesting strategy. Basically what the defense is trying to do is take away some of the real estate of the map from the offense. You don't want to allow the offense to just free roam wherever they want to free roam to. You want to control as much of the map as you can without, without weakening the defense on the objective too much.
Cross, blur them across the road from south objective.
And as we can tell here, offense is spreading out. They were all contested there in the southwest right after spawn. We're a little scared to cross the street at first with all the fire and the people crossing, but now that things have calmed down, looks like they did move toward the north. Archer is going to be hearing Killinger here.
Explosive.
Shots coming out from Little Sayonara, finding Smoils. Killinger taking some peeks here, making sure the street is clear. Sequick finding Woods and Kia bringing it 4v4.
So Echo 4.
Yeah, that's fine. And then there's the other guy southeast corner, so...
And the only reason you're hearing these communications is because when you're in the center of Bazaar here, this area right here, you can hear all communications on the radio. So that's not global communication as in-game. I don't think you can get up on that second story.
Attack 2-2.
No, you can't. I think he's thinking this one.
Fire 2-3.
And Scooby-Doo finding Killinger from the...
Outside of fridge. Shot one outside of fridge. I think he downed himself with his grenade.
And slowly Bossfight picking it apart with this wide defense. And Scooby-Doo finding another one.
Another one down, ice cream truck. I cannot.
And asking for the confirmation shots, and it looks like body went behind the red truck where he cannot get that confirmed. Sajak is available to be rezzed, and more than likely they are gonna have to try for that.
Go.
And are they gonna peek on him? Are they gonna peek?
By the container.
There's smoke coming out.
I'm looking, I don't see shit.
He's by the container.
I'm looking.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
They need to get this. And Lonwick running and wide open. Hey, going to the wrong guys. They Sequick taking down Scooby-Doo.
Can you res him? I cannot res him. Doesn't work.
One refrigerator.
They did not confirm Lonwick getting Archer. Nice shot, but they did not confirm Archer over there. Or Scooby-Doo over there. Woods looking for Sequick, got him. Little Sayonara finding Lonwick, and then Straight Jack finding Woods, all down to Little Sayonara once again. Last man up. 1v1. And Scooby-Doo is going to be able to call out Straight Jack, so Little Sayonara is going to be turning around. And that is why you don't always confirm your shots. Confirm your kills. Little Sayonara, great peek there. Scooby-Doo, I would imagine, called that one out. Great communication between both teams. Bossfight going up 4-3. Excellent work there by Bossfight and their defense, man. I mean, both sides, you cannot complain about anything so far on both sides. And man, some good stuff. Let's take a look at that final play one more time, break that down. As you can tell, Scooby-Doo is still alive, and with him still alive, he's able to call out Stray Jack. Sayonara sets himself up, knowing Stray Jack is coming right behind him. Not waiting for Stray Jack to push him, comes out, grabs that kill. Don't know why I cut that off early, do apologize, but came out, popped and got that kill, and bringing the victory on that round to Bossfight, going up 4-3. And here in the IVRL, it's 2 maps, as you can tell. Map 2 hasn't been decided yet, will be decided once this map is over. So it'll be a surprise to both me and you. But scoring system goes, it's best of 9 for each map, first to 5, with the possibility of getting 6 points if they do send an uplink, get that cap. or if it's strictly all just 1-point kills, then it's first to 5. Good stuff going on here. Hope you guys are all enjoying this, having a good time. Let's sit back, relax, and listen to Phonic smooth us with those tunes.
You rolled out like casual the last time South is called. What's the arm mean? Do you mean by that?
No, like the side you scored all the way. Like the angle that I have. He was not under you.
You called out one.
All right, here we go. Back at it once again. Early smoke's coming out on the tank so these guys can cross to the north. Pre-fire through that little courtyard. Did not pick up anybody. And more shots and more shots.
Yeah, I didn't know they can fire like.
That is becoming more and more meta on that pre-fire. Offense, similar push. Oh wow, what an aggressiveness here by Woods so far. Got across the street, pushing this back south courtyard area, trying to make his way. Looking down over top. And finding Lonwick. Excellent positioning there. With them tracer rounds. Starting to think tracer rounds are the new meta. You heard it here. Tracer rounds are the new meta. Always bring drum mags with tracer rounds for your buddies. Sayonara. Everybody wants to throw a grenade at scaffolding now that Killinger's done it.
What do you want me to stay here, Killinger? What do you want me to do?
But you almost, I mean, it's a good idea because somebody could be tucked right inside this little corner. And, you know, sitting here like this, just waiting, nice black background to help disguise their positioning. More shots through the wood. Killinger taking that upper story once again, looking down into the market. Very tight angle. Scooby-Doo getting prone, looking for anybody that would peek this. One thing you'll realize here is actually a really good play by Straight Jack is that Woods cleared out the south. He took that shot and got that kill, at least as far as he knows. And Straight Jack moved into that positioning to back that up and to possibly throw off Woods, thinking that, you know, they're not going to put two guys back there. I got the one, should be clear. If Woods knows that he did confirm that kill. The time shall tell. This right here is a very dangerous, big, wide opening for an offensive push. And Woods is trying to be as quiet and sneaky as possible as you see him going prone here. Because you're so wide open to so many little doorways and possibilities to be shot from. That's where you see this patience and stealthiness from Woods coming in. Doesn't want to expose himself too much to that wide open area. Scooby-Doo still making that snaky approach. And in the VR, this game is strictly VR for those that are new, unfamiliar with it. Scooby-Doo is laying down on the ground in real life to do this. So he doesn't have to crawl in real life, but he has to lay down and move his controllers forward in real life. So it tracks your headset, looking for Killinger, but Killinger finds that shot onto Scooby-Doo. Excellent angle. Great work. Straight Jack finding Icy Woods in the back. that extra positioning I talked about that was really powerful, and Straight Jack made that grenade. Oh, a little bit too far. What a grenade that would have been. The distance could only have been a couple of foot difference. Straight Jack knows he's here. Woods knows Straight Jack's there. This should be a gunfight or in a utility battle. Straight Jack finding little Sayonara trying to come around on the south side. Once again, double stacking the bodies here. You see a dead body on a corner? Probably not the best idea. Icy gonna try to contest. Finds Killinger. Archer could move in to the objective. Is he gonna call out Straight Jack?
No one stuck in the southeast corner.
He does. He does. Letting Archer know to cap. I don't think Archer can get it from there, but he could literally just get like right here. Oh, and double lines coming right across. And Woods last man up, finding C-Quick. And the G3 comes through for Smoils, getting Woods on that last kill. Beginners bringing it to 4v4. Who could have guessed? Wow. This is what I'm talking about. My goodness. And how could you not? How could you not be excited for this matchup? I think we all knew this is going to play out this way. I am Lampy28, again, your caster for today. We are in week number 12 in the very first season of IVRL. Beginners, boss fight, number 1, number 2, currently in the EU for the IVRL. And man, it shows. 4-4, we're going to a 9-round decider. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks after this round. Wait in between, you're not going to want to miss it. Sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes. What perfect timing as the music dies down. We go back into the action. Beeps come out. Let's see where the final objective is going to be in the northeast courtyard. And no quick spawn. Mono, fix the camera glitch. Jeez. And fix subway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No movement quick. No movement quick.
Yep.
Means southwest.
Yep. No quick spawn. They realize that. Double flash coming out just in case. All the defensive utility, and that's not used a lot in game. A lot of teams forget about how well defensive utility can work in your favor. You know, smokes can help guard your pushes and your crosses, can slow down defense. Flashes can slow down the quick aggression. You know, things to think about as newer and younger teams do approach the levels of up in the rankings. Woods 43 in the back courtyard, looking into the objective courtyard. Little Sayonara in the north. I see Woods on the stairway next to OBJ. Scooby-Doo in the building next to OBJ. And Archer there by the blue room. Offense still taking this slowly. Last round here, folks. Winner takes map 1, but it does, even though you take map 1, yes, it's a victory, but it's total points here in the IVRL, so every point matters. Going into map number 2, the score will be 5-4, unless beginners can cap, then it could be 6-4, but no team is going to go down more than a 1 or 2 point deficit into map 2, where they can bring it back just as easily in their favor.
can go scaffold.
Negative. Killinger's doing that.
And just listen to the communication and the thought process that's going on between these teams and the teammates. You know, knowing where everybody's supposed to be playing and communicating where you've been, where you've cleared, saying, hey, I've cleared this courtyard. Don't have to worry about it. You know, I'm on scaffolding. It's clear. You know, things like that really help the rest of your teammates out and understanding where they can push and where is a comfortable place to go. Free fire coming out into the shacks. He's shooting those metal shacks because they are penetrable. So yes, it is great coverage, or great concealment, but it is not coverage. As you can hide yourself in there, but you are not safe from bullets. Lonwick getting danger close here. Killinger also shooting the shacks. Archer in blue room. Just gonna stay on the opposite side. Not gonna take any of these. Does he have a clacker? He's got the G36. Got clacker in hand. Show yourself. There it is. C4 right there. Anybody enters behind him, he has that ability to blow that C4. 3 minutes in, nobody dead. 5v5 still. Killinger, as I say, it takes down 43.
Yeah, go 4, I killed one narcissist. Okay.
And as you can tell, Killinger not only calls his kill, but where, right? And that allows his teammates to move forward. And that is where the communication helps. Hey, I cleared out the north. It should be clear. Now, they could have played 2 guys over here, but an objective like this, knowing your teammates, or knowing your opponents, it's unlikely that they played 2. And that allows beginners to push forward and really look down into the objective here. Smokes are going to cause confusion, even though they're not going to do it, so the Quick's probably just going to throw and then look.
One's in scaffold, blue room.
And will Killinger push him?
Get the 5.
Straight Jack moving across the street. MCX. And will the C4 come out? Doesn't blow the C4. Oh, it does. Gets him all the way over here. Wow, what a C4 distance that was. Oh, on building objective went down. Defense went down. Little Sayonara does rotate. Down to 4v2, looking for Lonwick. Lonwick finds another Archer, all down to Little Sayonara once again. Got to hold down the objective, does not. Trades with Lonwick. See Quick last man up, giving beginners the win for map number 1. That is their map pick. Beginners taking map number 1, 5-4. We will move on to map number 2. I don't know what it is. It depends if they switch host or they rehost. We will see what happens with the players in the lobby. If they start dropping out, we'll go to intermission and we'll come back on map number 2. But man, what a first map. Please tell me, I mean, I don't know. Did you see a 9-round decider coming? But impressive stuff. Right, looks like they are going to rehost. We got 1 dropping out, 2 dropping out. So that's my cue, folks. I'm going to leave you in intermission. It's time for you to grab yourself a refill, maybe some snacks. We're going into map number 2. We're over an hour in. Depending on what map 2 is, we may be here for a little while. But why not? What great onward we got today. This great EU matchup. I am Lampy28. I will see you in a few minutes on map number 2. right, folks, welcome back. Map number 2, and we are headed to Quarantine. Another, well, Bazaar was more of a small to medium-sized map, but Quarantine being a large map. Very excited to see how this plays out in Quarantine. Plenty of strats going to happen for us. Super pumped for Quarantine. I am a fan of Quarantine. I do enjoy it because it allows you to strategize as a team more. Close quarters maps, you know, you got your run and guns, and you got you know, your quick action, lots of action. But these longer maps, you can really see teams play out more strategy and teamwork. And defensively, we are back here on gas station objective, as you can tell right here. Pause and Stray Jack heading into hospital. Killinger heading to center burning. Lonwick going to stay close to OBJ. And Seaquick making that far northwest flank. We got a north spawn from the offense. Archer and Woods going to push through the center here, looking for Killinger. Killinger looking for them. Killinger going to try not to expose too much of his body. As you can tell, he's tucked inside the stairway. Doing a little side gun head peek action. Very smart move there by Killinger to do that. Keep his body covered. Offense taking over impact building. Lonwick is back, is exposed, but you can see the teamwork is going on with Seaquick. You know, he should see anybody before Lonwick gets shot. And that's great teamwork there. Good setup. Looks like Scooby-Doo called out Killinger there. He's got a head peeker in center burning. Wow, what a C4 down. Legel joining us tonight, taking down Killinger, I believe, with that M203. All eyes on center burning. And based on where Killinger was, I doubt he has any visibility. And being on stairs, so that's the tricky part of being on stairs. When you get down, he might have downed himself right here, but his body and his radio may be down here. So in real life, he's standing here looking, but he can't reach his radio. It's a possibility. Maybe he is where his body is, but that's maybe why you don't hear Killinger calling stuff out. Happens a lot where your radio is unreachable while you're down. Archer confirming Killinger there. Y'all should have predictions up. Congratulations on those in map 1 that got the predictions correct for beginners. Map 2 predictions will be up now. Get them while they're hot. Again, betting on predictions is based on channel points, and channel points are just earned. The more you watch stream, the more you watch our stream, the more you chat. Almost a team kill there. The more you chat, if you like, or not like, if you follow the channel or subscribe, The more channel points you earn. Channel points are free. Betting's free, but it's a little something to have some fun with and bet. And if Pause peeks that hospital again, he may find Woods or Sayonara here. And shots at Sayonara, but he ducked down just in time. And you could tell, I mean, that's the calm and collectiveness of these upper teams. He just got shot. He's not going to try to face off against him. He's worried about what's in front of him. He realizes he's under cover. So, great job by Sayonara not to get too aggressive, not to get kill hungry. Focused on what your job is. Trails and trails of utility coming out. Archer finding Pause.
Echo 3, hospital.
Defense is slowly collapsing here, down to a one-man defense. And that in the flash coming out, Straight Jack moving in, shooting through the smoke. Little Sayonara making his way onto OBJ, looking for that shot. Straight Jack gets him. Archer could get that quick cap on this side, but Straight Jack is looking for Archer and gets the trade. Excellent work there by Straight Jack.
I didn't have any flash on me, so this was the best outcome.
Yep, and I say congratulations to Straight Jack and great job because he needed to die. It was a 5v1, did not want to get capped on. You got out there, did your best, but the purpose is to die and not get capped on. And, you know, that's the best outcome he could have had there. Excellent work there. Began our boss fight going up 1-0. And again, total points. We are tie ball game once again. Even though beginners won map 1, it's not based on map wins. It's based on total point wins. So 5-5 currently score line. And hey, this is far from over, as we can tell. Take a look at that one more time there at the end. How that last round finished off. Shooting through the smoke, little Sayonara making his way onto OBJ, looking for that shot. Straight Jack gets him. Archer could get that quick cap on this side, but Straight Jack is looking for Archer and gets the trade. Excellent work there. And yes, it was. Again, you know, Straight Jack being a 5v1, it's not all about, I'm going to save this, I'm going to hide, I'm going to try to get kills. Don't worry about your kill feed. Worry about not getting capped on. It is much better to lose 1 point there than lose 2 points. And again, the reason I keep relaying this back to newer players and newer teams, that's something you've really got to incorporate in your team. Capping is the worst thing that can happen. It can demoralize your team. It's a huge swing in the score line. It's the last thing you want to happen during a match. So don't try to hide from the shots when you're last man up. You have to make sure you have all the objective covered. Jumping in around number 2, same objective, offense and defense switch, and new spawn. They have a northeast spawn.
The pillars on the other side of this building, nothing's past there. It's just
Or was it the same one? I don't believe it was.
definitely.
No, it wasn't. They had the north spawn on the last one. And let's see what the offense plans to do here as they spread out. Sequake going to make his way far, far east underneath the bridge. Straight Jack looking at Motel to see if anybody will push up to Impact or Center Burning. A couple more offensive players heading towards the north. Going to make sure that's all clear. And look at the spread on the offense. Everybody taking an alley. Everybody taking a route to ensure that it's safe as they move forward. Clearing out all angles, corners, alleyways. And now beginners can safely say we have the north. And they can sit comfortably and start to look for picks. And a long line by Archer in gas station, looking up here all the way to the North Hills. About as far as he can see is on top of that hill. Looks like Lonwick is trying to make his way through the northwest building here. Gotta watch out. Is Woods on there? He is, but he's staying nice and low. So Woods on that red scaffolding, and he can see all the way down that hallway if he reaches the top of the scaffolding. But he is deciding to stay low as the beginning. But if he would come up to the top, he could look all the way down. Could have picked Lonwick off a little early there. But you could also get picked yourself. So give or take, also just a good spot to be in. See how the defense is faring out here. Little Sayonara in center burning. Legel between the propane tanks at gas station, or at hospital. Archer in gas station.
Beta 4.
Woods still on that red scaffolding as Scooby-Doo is in the far west in a great ambush position. All Scooby-Doo's job is to watch this west road, make sure that if Woods does go down, that they do not push any further than that. It's far from objective, but has a very important role of protecting this entire side. And man, to try to kill him is almost impossible. You wouldn't even know he's there until you got until his laser. I mean, so you'd be much further. You wouldn't be able to turn back, basically. And you can see Killinger here just clearing out all angles of the impact. Pre-fire doesn't care that he's giving away his positioning. It's about not dying when you come around a corner. And a lot of people want to play the super stealthy game, Kale, and sorry, but it does work in certain instances. But if you're trying to clear a building and you're on a large map like this, you got to be moving quicker. Otherwise, you're going to run out of time trying to clear one building.
Play far west as well, you know, by that, like... What's the name of the building?
Call out far west, probably just... Alright, well, I'm stuck in the wall. There we go. But I doubt they know he's here. They're just saying we got to be cautious of it, got to be wary of it. Let's see what CK Kanema got going on here in the south. Trying to push through hospital. Legel with a nice ambush position there behind the propane, or in between the propane tanks. Very covered. I mean, there's really nowhere to get shot from until you're on Legel itself or right in front of him. It's pretty protected from the back. They'd have to sneak up behind him, which more than likely would never happen. He would hear them. Very good positioning there. 4.5 minutes in, and we're finally getting some shots onto a person. Killinger and Pause trying to take down Little Sayonara here. And pre-fire from Pause does come victorious against Little Sayonara. They do have one kill. First kill of the match, down to the last minute. Things are going to start getting spicy. Scooby and Lon trading. Wow, and what a job by Lon and Scooby there. Woods unable to go get that revive, and Scooby's just going to be able to make call-outs, which will help. You know, your free information until they confirm you. 45 seconds. Beginners taking a lot of time clearing these spots. They got to push. They get too far down, they're not going to be able to get any of these kills that are needed. And C-Quick finding a great angle down onto Legel.
I don't know if I downed him.
What angle there? C-Quick taking a very aggressive approach here. Straight Jack finding Archer as he rotated out of gas station. Nobody near OBJ now. And Pause going down. 26 seconds left, and Beginners take round number 2. Back and forth. Back and forth. Excellent work. Man, hope you all having a good time. Really having a good time watching this one. I hope you guys are as well. I am Lampy28, your caster for today. And tonight, guys, you don't want to miss this. There is Dark Matter versus Mayhem tonight on IVRL. Same channel, this channel here. And it is going to be a country yeehaw type of a cast. You got Trip, Nip, and Lambowski casting that. And they are going to have their cameras on. A little bit of face reveal. And you just never know what's going to happen with these two. They're going to get all countrified and hillbillied up. Please set your timers. Be aware, 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. You're not going to want to miss that right here on this channel. Make sure you follow this channel so you get notified when it goes live again. But it is a yeehaw type of cast. I don't even know what's going to happen. It's going to be magical. Let's just say that. Jumping back into round number 3 here. Boss fight, beginners. Back and forth, back and forth. New objective coming at you. We are in the far, far north, from south to north. And this one can get spicy with that quick
Get there.
quick spawn here. Let's see how this is going to play out. Nobody going to go and peek that side over there,
You can
which is going to protect their positioning a little bit. Man, the offense is getting super aggressive. Look at this 4-man push into impact. Nobody on objective. Wow, beginners are not, I mean, I've never seen this from beginners before, and Bossfight is not going to be expecting this. And I think they were expecting a south push. They're starting to realize it was not, and you're going to see everybody start rotating back to that north. Lonwick up here, Pause up here, Seaquick up here. They pushed heavy onto impact and then rotated back. I think they were expecting that south push or just protecting themselves from that south push, realized that it did not happen, and it was more of a quick spawn, and these guys are quickly coming back to objective. Woo! I was kind of hoping to see that whole push just keep going and see where it ended up being, but
Possibly.
they know better than that. They're not going to get that spicy with things, and what Killinger, man, putting out the aggression there. And I believe that probably played out in their heads as we're going to try to push for center burning. If we get quick spawn, or if they get south spawn, we'll get into a firefight. If not, we'll be in a great position to flank on them. Don't think anybody's going to be expecting someone in center burning. Archer is looking there though, proving me wrong. Archer and Woods both have made it all the way back here in the south. Killinger has definitely heard Archer. Will Killinger call him out, stay quiet? Maybe they have some beeps. You know, you click your microphone a bunch of times to kind of warn them, hey, one on me. But Woods all alone pushing that far west. That could be very dangerous for this defense. And Killinger does find Woods as he makes that rotation. And that's going to tip off Archer.
One on burning.
And here comes, I thought Killinger was going to push. Greyjack finding Legel. This defense holding tight. And Sayonara. And will the shots come out just in time? Oh, he does. What a great move by Archer.
Burning.
I think Pause was supposed to help on that backup. Did not quite get the shots off in time. But 3v3 here. Scooby-Doo finding Straightjack. Offense got the advantage. 3v2. Pause all in white car. Seaquick all in objective.
The fuck? How'd we lose long?
And I've played Seaquick's position many times, and man, it's a it's a nervous position because you're in a powerful spot. You blend into the truck very well, but you're also exposed to about every angle possible. So you got to be head on a swivel type of scenario. Seaquick seeing the smoke.
East of the tank.
Wow, that was
May
practice.
not have killed.
That was practice, but what a great M203. M203s have great, on the distance, they have a lot of velocity drop, so to be able to aim that just right. And pause, man, what aggression from pause. Let's see how this plays out. Scooby-Doo is not going to expect pause to come from behind. And there is that kill, and oh, Scooby-Doo goes, our little Sayonara does take down Quick. Now Cap is open, and Pause is going to have to rotate back. It was a great positioning by Pause, hoping Quick didn't go down as much or as soon. But Pause rotating back, finding little Sayonara with the flick onto Pause. Great work there by Bossfight. Here we are, sitting 6-6 currently. Back at it. Ooh, turn that off. Same objective, same positioning, different spawns. It's been kind of... Oh, round reset going on. One of the teams not ready. And again, we want to thank y'all for the new people all watching and following. Danklu, Durs, Skyer, Dirk Skyer, Carl, and Triton. Thank you all for the follow. Do appreciate you. Lambo is in chat, so now's the time for you to ask him what this Yeehaw cast is going to be all about and what to expect on camera. Will there be outfits? Will there be alcohol? It's all up in the air. Nobody knows. Stray Jack with a nice line, waiting for someone to peek up on to hospital or to north roof there, as he is behind hospital. Offense pushing quickly up to center burning, as I hit walls. Lonwick, Pause, and Killinger all at the front of plane and center burning. Heavy three-man defense into impact. And grenade coming out. Wow, that would have hit.
But the frag was from center burning. Enemies in center burning already.
What a frag that would have been from Killinger. Scooby-Doo backed out just in time. Woods finding.
Bit far, one inside the impact tunnel.
Little Sayonara and Woods peeking out that doorway, looking at airplane. Now Killinger is in a tough position here because it looks like they got both sides of this head of this airplane watched. Offense 2 moving to the east there. As you can tell on the map, they are trying to rotate around, showing that strong south aggression and then rotation coming in. Now it's just up to Killinger and Lonwick to hold this side down, keep these guys occupied. Woods is going to be peeking that basement door inside the broken plane.
Is it you alive? Well, call out what you're doing. I see you moving somewhere.
And Killinger asking his teammates, keep him posted. Where are you moving to? Where are you going? What do you have covered? And as an IGL myself for Tempo, man, there's a lot that goes on in your head during that time, and a lot you have to calculate. And for some of these guys at this level to do that constantly every match, it's quite impressive. You got Radar Head and Scooby-Doo on Bossfight that can do stuff like that. Killinger on Beginners. James Boak on Mayhem. You know, some of the best out there in the game. Still waiting for that northeast approach, and they've kind of stalled out a bit, looking for picks. Still 3.5 minutes, down one man. You got to try to get that score, that player line back even. Need to find a pick, but everybody's staying pretty tough. Nobody really exposing themselves, and I mean, I believe that's the plan. Sayonara and wonderful. Oh man, what a position right here to stay in. Knowing you got Woods to help back you up. Scooby-Doo on that objective, using the elevation of the mound to help protect him. Now, if they did get up to the upper 3-story, he would be exposed. But you got 2 guys, 3 guys over there in that building. You would hope that they would be able to protect that. Archer laying prone, watching that very north approach, and somewhat protected again. That plane wing, if they can get on that plane wing, Archer would feel that Killinger finding Woods. And that's where they may be going. Lonwick up here in a 2-story. Killinger going to make its way up here as well. It looks like if they can get on the plane wing, this is where they can do the most damage on this objective as an offensive push. Nobody really watching and guarding that.
I'm going in back the roof.
And it's where you hear.
There, West alley.
West alley, one.
And this is where Killinger can do some major damage if he spots these 2 out. And it looks like Archer did get back inside, but he will be able to find Scooby-Doo if he does peek this. Scooby-Doo finds C-Quick. And Lonwick finding Legel. 3v3. Killinger needs to look at OBJ. Gonna find Scooby-Doo. Does not confirm. I would imagine he's gonna take more shots at him just in case. Archer behind the objective wall. Here comes the cap. Oh, and Archer does find him. Little Sayonara underneath Killinger. And little Sayonara's gonna get him. Killinger doesn't just realize that he's the only one left. Only downs 2 members. They all got all the call outs. Archer just needs to stay tucked in 45 seconds. They will be able to call out anything to happen. They can literally tell Archer just to stay there until you have to come out.
Hi, might have dropped down. I don't see him anymore.
$30 seconds for Killinger to cap or find Archer. Killinger coming up. He's going to call it out here soon. Scooby-Doo will call it out here soon.
He's crouching around. Right side. He's going for the scaffold. In the open, on scaffold.
And there it was. Nice call out.
I love you, Archer.
Nice call outs. Good communication. And that's where you got to double confirm your kills. Even if you think they're down, especially with the way, especially the way with the body armor has been massively increased here recently on the new update. A lot of people are just down. I mean, you have to put extra shots in. Even when you think they're dead, shoot them again. Because those call-outs right there is what won that round for those guys. So excellent work by both sides. Bossfight going up 3-1 and leading the match here 7-6. Taking that victory back so far, or that lead back here. See how they finish this one out. is open, and Pause is going to have to rotate back. It was a great positioning by Pause, hoping Quick didn't go down as much. An earlier one here. Soon. The Pause rotating
with
Sayonara with a nice shot onto Pause. That was the round before. Guess I didn't save any replays from that round. Come on, buddy. Thought I heard a beep. Wasn't a beep. Oh my goodness, want to appreciate y'all again. Man, chat has been firing off. Do appreciate chat, and I love seeing y'all guys in there and talking about it. Appreciate all the good words. Make sure you ask Lambo what's going to happen later. We want to know what the Yeehaw cast is all about. New round, new objective. Let's see where we're headed off to here, and it is broken. All right, it is plane. Fuselage, OBJ, down here in the belly of the plane. Very spicy one as well. Do love Quarantine. I believe Quarantine has 12 or 14 objectives, something like that. So
Echo 4.
it is a magic 8-ball of a map. You never know what you're going to get on this one.
How many?
And that's why I love Quarantine, because you can plan and predict and plan on certain objectives and have certain plans, but then never get it. Straight Jack getting a second one from this crater. Beginners putting it on to Bossfight here on this round.
One south building behind hospital.
See if Straight Jack can get a third. 2 kills so far. Utility coming out. Little flash shot. Oh, what an M203! Wow, Legel and his M203s once again. What an amazing shot that was. Glad I stuck around for that explosion. Oh man, and I'm hitting them too fast. Looks like the explosion was slightly after the replay. Too quick on my buttons. Too quick. Not C quick, but too quick. And 4v3 still, with the defensive hold being strong. Lots of lines down onto the south. Little Sayonara pushing the garage basement there. Gonna look up in center burning. Not seeing Killinger as he is tucked in nicely. Little Sayonara also looking up to the rooftops of north.
One sandy roof, one is sandy roof.
Oh, Killinger, nice shot on Legel. Smoke's coming out. Gonna give away Sayonara's position a little bit here. And taking shots does make the cross. Oh. Grenade upper floor does not hit. And what a toss. Great toss by Sayonara, but these guys know where he is at. Lonwick coming to back up Killinger a bit. Seaquick looking down onto that. Pause also at Ycar looking down onto the plane. Everybody's surrounding Killinger. So Sayonara and Archer really have to figure out how to deal with this. Lonwick looking for Archer, does see him, but doesn't connect fully on them shots. And Sayonara is there to back that up. And Quick finding Sayonara from the roof. Beginners with a very strong defensive hold here.
Another one. Psycho 2.
Oh. And Lonwick peeking from the plane body. Excellent job there. Man, what a matchup, man. 7-7. We are going down to the last and final rounds. I can tell you right now that's how it's going to play out. Again, I am Lampy28, your co-caster, your keep saying co. Your single caster for today, your lonely caster, Lambowski, in chat. Hit him up, tag him in chat. Ask him what is the yeehaw? What is going to happen tonight? Dark Matter vs. Mayhem coming tonight at you on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on IVRL #1 here. But that is later. This is now week number 12. Beginners, boss fight, 7-7 total points. Beginners taking map 1, 5-4, but that was their map pick. Boss fight coming out to quarantine. This is their map pick. But both of these teams have been around so long that they know the maps. They know these maps like the back of their hand, and that's why you're seeing such a tight scoreline. There's nothing new going on right now. It's just a matter of who's going to have that. Right now, it's that, who's going to have that shot that's going to win it all. Because I can see this one going another 9-round decider. Back to the same objective. Oh, I always hit the wrong button.
It's not indicated in the fucking document, so.
Different spawns coming out. Northeast spawn. Every time it's been different spawns here in quarantine. No mirror spawns so far that I've noticed. Defense spreading out nicely. Scooby-Doo and Little Sayonara pushing to the north. Going to confirm that this...
Might get pre-fired here, just so you know.
Red smoke did come out. Should give off cues if they do see it. I don't know if Scooby can see down to there or not yet. No, he can't, but he may look. And if he looks, he's going to see the red smoke, which is going to give audio or give the cues that they have gotten that spawn. Scooby-Doo just watching. Trying to find or lay down that tablet, make sure he sees where all of his players are located, and if anybody happens to go down, and if Pause peeks this doorway, he or this hole is going to have a tough time. Pause decides to back off, not going to push it. Still a very slow, methodical approach here by the offense. Pause moving forward to semi. Little Sayonara tucked greatly behind the red container. Takes down Killinger for one. And they do know where he is located. Let's see if we got some utility to come out to take care of this position.
One on the truck.
As long as he stays tucked in, he's in a good position. But if utility starts coming out, this is one of them ambush spots.
Smoke's coming from truck.
And Quick finding him as he's using his radio. Scooby-Doo also here to protect, and Pause getting him with that new MCX weapon. And we're 4v3. Where is the fourth of beginners? All the way out into the southeast. And that will definitely throw some people off. He's going to have to get moving, though. 3 minutes left. Archer in that nice two-story spot.
Good shot in the back.
Wood's going to push up.
There's one in impact for sure, I hear.
Pause throwing down smoke, blocking any visibility for Woods to have while he pushes up. The other defender is Legel. The front of the objective is honestly pretty wide open. I mean, they literally could just run right through here. Nobody is here watching this. It's really a broken defense here. And I don't know if they've noticed that yet or not, but nobody is watching objective. Pause can literally run right to it right now. And if they get Woods, and they do, that the offense could run straight into the objective here. But they don't know that. I mean, we do. We're casters and the viewers here. It's 2020 type of vision.
High ground floor, big boy. Check the cop, check the cop. One on.
Ledger, last man up, finally does rotate back. And here comes that cap, the straight jack and cap right on the outside of this broken area right here. And he decides to run inside. Well, Pause is going to find Legel for that last shot, bringing it 3v3. What a job by the defense there, or by the offense there, moving in. Straight Jack could have stopped at that the crack out there and capped, but decided to run in for it. Pause quickly there, getting that refrag. Man. 8-7 total points here. Bossfight's got to hold beginners right here. Last chance. Taking a look at some of them KDs so far. Bossfight, Little Sayonara, Archer, both running 6 kills apiece. And on the beginner side, Pause taking the lead there, 7 kills. Straight Jack right behind him with 6 kills. Everybody participating the way they need to. It's not about just KDs, folks. It's, that's the only stats we can incorporate with right now, but that's not what it's all about. You got guys on objective that are holding it down, don't see a lot of action. Maybe you send a guy on a flank and they flank the wrong direction, don't get a lot of action. A lot of things can happen either way. KDs aren't everything. It's what you can do as a team and as a teammate for your team. New objective. Let's see where we're heading off to. We have East Courtyard, or East Tank Courtyard.
No, you can't.
Okay. Tank Courtyard, I guess. We call it East Mall, East Courtyard. This is the objective, this satellite, the goal, the protector.
In case they get that spawn.
Smoke's coming out to cross the streets. Nobody watching the cross. Trey Jack able to get over here and head to 3-story, very powerful position. Pause in mall, not mall, I'm sorry, in motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, whatever you want to call it as your team. My call outs are not global, but they're well known. Every now and then somebody has a different call out for it.
Enemy in the obvious motel window. The obvious motel window.
And again, you can hear Scooby-Doo call it the motel. That's the standard call out for it. Some people call it hotel, apartments.
Motel window. He was in the motel window. Enemy in the south motel
as long as your team knows what you're saying, as you all have the same call-outs, then you guys can call whatever you want to call it. You can call it the Motel 8 if you want to, or the Love Shack. You know, it could be whatever you want it to be, as long as your teammates know what you're calling it. And Woods pushing here in the north. Killinger watching the north rather than the Motel watching the north, which is new. That's different. A lot of times you have the guy in the Motel looking to the north, but this time they have the guy near objective looking north.
Fuck.
And again, what these guys do here is Killinger in real life has to lay down to get to that position.
So he can call out, but...
And, you know, to grab your radio while you're laying down, to reload your magazine while you're laying down, it's all very... It's not easy. It's not the click of a keyboard button. You literally have to, you know, bring your controller down to your belt, grab a magazine, and reload it back in. Pause getting pre-fired there. Scooby-Doo laying down a couple single shots, keeping him back from the window. And Killinger exchanging fire with Woods. Does not connect. Woods does make it across. The audio cues are going to come out. Pause does look north, but is not going to catch him. Now they know somebody is north of Motel, and that is going to be a problem to deal with. Little Sayonara finding Lonwick in the Motel.
We lost Lon. One mid office.
Who's going to be by Stray Jack?
Killinger turned and it's watching Motel or the mall. Well, I call it mall. I don't know. A lot of people call it differently, but I call this building the mall. Our team calls it the mall. And Killinger rotating to look there, which is going to make Pause start to learn or rotate to watch this way. Woods could be a big factor.
West side.
See, Pause's laser does come across this way every now and then. Woods running out into the open once more, looking for that kill.
Miguel, can you push to the west end of the...
What a south approach here is going on from Straight Jack and Archer. Or Legel, I'm sorry. Legel and Archer. On to Straight Jack. Legel taking shots.
Marstock 2, second floor. Marstock 2, second floor.
Archer calling out C-Quick. Straight Jack saying nice and quiet here. I'm sure they know someone's in 3-story. Not going to contest it if they don't have to. Sayonara still sitting quiet and patiently in mall basement. Looks like Scooby-Doo downing Straight Jack. And those sounds gave Archer all the clues to come in to finish that body.
Dead, Marstock 2.
Hearing that down sound, sound gives you the clues to run in and take care of that. Got a great view from C-Quick here looking into that 3-story building.
ADS, and if the guy pokes it, I might be able to have him.
Finding Legel on the South Dunes.
One does southwest. One still north.
One still 3rd story stairwell. He's 2nd floor, 3rd story stairwell. Reconfirming.
Yes, and that is a great job by C-Quick there, reconfirming that even though you think he's dead, shoot him again. And as I get off C-Quick, he finds Archer in 3-story, bringing it to a 3v3 here. Little Sayonara getting dangerously close to objective. He could very easily, and it's Woods finding him from, and can he get Killinger? If he can get Killinger, he might be able to get this cap off. And Pause is finding his way back to objective.
-1.
Pause rotating out in the open. Scooby-Doo on objective, trying to cap. Yes, he got a cap. He runs past Scooby-Doo and he doesn't see a boss fight, winning the map 5-3 on that smoke cap. You have got to be kidding me. Wow, running right past him. Oh, and that could have not Pause, running right past Scooby-Doo in the smoke, getting the cap. If he would have pre-fired that smoke, different story would have went down. Oh my goodness. Boss fight. Just securing that victory there. 9-8 on this matchup. You have got to be kidding me. Let's watch that one more time. Objective trying to cap. Yes, he got a cap. He runs past Scooby-Doo and he doesn't see a boss fight, winning the map 5-3 on that smoke cap. You have got to be kidding me. And I mean, what an ending to an epic matchup we had here today. I mean, my goodness. Oh my goodness. I still can't believe what just happened right there in front of my eyes. And what a cap that just went out. And Paul is running right past the smoke, not seeing. Is it Scooby-Doo? Who was it? Let's watch it one more time. One more time. Trying to cap. This is how it played out. Scooby-Doo in the smoke, going for the cap. He runs past Scooby-Doo and he doesn't see a boss fight, winning the map 5-3. My goodness. On that smoke cap. You have got to be kidding me. And what an ending it ends here for us today. We are IVRL. This is season number 1, very first season. Week number 12. Beginners versus boss fight. Number 1 and number 2 currently in the EU for this league. And boss fight taking the victory on that smoke cap. 9-8. What an impressive matchup we had here today. I hope you all had a good time. Thank you so much for being here with me. And tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. This one right here. Follow it. Get the notification. Trip Nip, Lambowski casting tonight. Dark Matter versus Mayhem on a yeehaw type of cast. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I am Lampy28. Have a good night, and God bless.